Welcome back, guys, to Entre Nos. I'm Evelin and my co-hostess,
Alondra.
And today we're going to catch up because I haven't seen her in like almost 2 weeks.
Yes.
Right? So tell me, you went on a trip. How was that?
We went to Wyoming. I can't believe I didn't even tell you before going on the trip that I was going to go on the trip.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, what? You're going on a trip?
I can't believe I didn't
It's
even
your
tell
mom
you.
brain, your pregnancy brain.
So we went to Wyoming, up there at the mountains. I took a flight. Ellos se fueron en carretera, my in-laws.
Oh, okay.
So it was with Kike and his family. And they went on the road because they were dropping off a cousin that he's staying over there too. His cousin lived with them, with his mom, and they were going to drop him off. But they wanted also to like do a trip and get to know Wyoming. So they went en carretera and I went flying, but I came back in carretera. But anyways, it was really nice, but really
You went by
cold.
yourself flying, or Kike went with you?
No, I went with another girl, la prima de Kike.
Oh, so it was a lot of them.
Yeah, so it was a lot of people who... It was like 6 of us. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
It was like just 6 of us, I think. And it's too cold, dude. I would never go back. If it's... Hasta que esté calientito. It's too cold. It's beautiful.
It's hot. It's cold right now in May. That's
It doesn't
crazy.
get like hot till maybe like mid-July or mid-June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but we went to Yellowstone Park.
Oh, and then you did all that hiking?
It's actually not hiking. It's just sightseeing. You could hike. There's trails.
Okay, so you just like drove up and
yeah,
then you
but
would get
mi
down.
suegra and my sister-in-law, they wouldn't hike.
Your sister-in-law, she's pregnant too?
No,
Oh, okay.
but she's
pero
like
she's just,
not good at
into
walking. Yeah, she's not into like the
fit
outdoor
life.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y pues mi suegra, pues obviamente she's gonna get tired. So yeah,
Who picked that spot?
that's where they were gonna go live. Sus cousins de mi husband, de Kike. They were to go live over there. They were living with my suegra.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that we were just dropping them off. And we're like, okay, let's get to know the place.
Yeah.
We stayed extra days over there.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I was like, and Rollie's like, mira esta ya en las montañas. I'm like, déjala, está embarazada como que si fuera tu papá, ya preocupado. Like, she's pregnant. I'm like,
what is she doing up there?
yeah,
like if I
literally
hiked it.
risking her life and whatnot.
Yeah, all
I
those
was like,
altitudes.
yeah, porque Star también, I remember when she was pregnant, she did like a trip, I think, and she was walking a lot. I think she
They
would
did
post.
like Garden of the Gods or something like that. Something somewhere in Arizona, like the big old rocks.
I don't know, but I remember that I was like, damn, this girl. I mean, when I was pregnant, I was walking a lot too, but at the school,
Yeah.
nothing, no mountains or anything
You
like
didn't
that.
do a trip or anything?
When I was pregnant, we do a baby moon? I know we talked about it. I don't remember. I don't think we did.
You're probably just too tired. Like, no, I don't want to.
Well, because I was my free time era in June, and that was I was already 9 months pregnant in June,
Oh man.
and it was hot. So I don't
Yeah.
think we did end up going anywhere. We did go to Mexico in March, and it was nice. I enjoyed all the food over there, but
But you were not like so far along in your pregnancy.
no, tenía in March, I think
6 months maybe.
6 months, yeah, 6 or 7 por ahí. But so how's the pregnancy going?
Good. I actually went to get an ultrasound with Star yesterday.
I saw that. That's when
So
I was
I
like,
won.
wait,
Yeah.
what? This girl, I know she's back in town.
Yeah.
I was like, how or what? Or I figured maybe it was before, or I don't know. Because she told me she was coming back the 29th, guys.
I know, and I actually wrote it down on my calendar. They work because that's how I put everything. On my work calendar, I put that I was coming back on the 29th. And I was like, bro, I'm not coming back on the 29th. I'm already back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then did you already have people booked for today?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. So it was just like a pregnancy mental thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, the, however they say, pregnancy brain, I think.
Yeah, and it's happened to me a lot. The
Yeah.
pregnancy brain, like, he puesto mi teléfono in the fridge. Yeah, or like I've put like my apples, I've put them, misplaced them, put them in the pantry instead of put them where they go.
Where do you put your apples?
En el frutero.
Oh, okay.
We have a frutero, but I've mistakenly put them, or I've taken Kike's vitamins instead of taking my
Oh my
prenatals.
God, girl, you're crazy.
No.
Te va a salir bigote.
Yeah. Dude, actually, like with pregnancy, you get hairy. Yeah, you get hairy.
Well, your prenatals, they help you grow everything. Your hair, your nails. Like, you get the
Yeah.
glow, right? Are your prenatals big?
Yeah, they're big.
I had mine prescribed by the doctor, que eran regular size prenatals.
Okay.
Porque todas están bien grandes. Pero I'm like, I
would
cannot.
gag.
I can't. Like, I couldn't. I'm like, ya por sí soy mala para tomar la pastilla, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. So she's like, oh, your insurance will cover it. So we used to get it.
So you got the bougie one.
I got the bougie one, yeah. But yeah, and then another thing too, like once you have the baby, I don't know, have you lost a lot of hair right now or no?
No, not yet.
So I feel like you lose a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I still lose a lot of hair, like, but I have a lot of hair.
Quedan pelonas from right here.
Yo?
Really? Like, te quedaste pelona?
I didn't even realize que yo estaba quedándome pelona, like de un lado.
That's so scary.
Sí, pero
and then, like,
yo
when
no me
you
di
start
cuenta
growing
hasta
it, it's
que-
like, poof.
I didn't realize until I saw on TikTok girls would post pictures and I'm like, oh shit. But I remember my suegra told me, te estás quedando,
Calva.
se te está cayendo el pelo, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, but I always lose my hair. I didn't realize how bad it was though.
Yeah, that you can see your scalp.
Yeah, like, well, not like that crazy, but
I've
yeah.
seen girls who you can see their scalp.
Yeah.
They got like a couple
But you have a
strands
lot of hair too though.
I don't. It's just the curls that make it
Really?
look like I have a lot of hair.
Your hair looks really pretty today though.
Thank you. My hair is like a little rat tail. Cuando me baño, I'm not lying. Like, I'm like, dang, dude. Like, I'm over here acting like I have so much hair, but it's a little rat tail. When I'm showering.
Dang.
Sad.
So I was gonna brainstorm with you really quick. As you guys know, Alondra's gonna be going on maternity leave for like a month, maybe, right? Hopefully she comes back. She says she is.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping she really sticks to her words and come back.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't leave my kid. I'm trying,
not for an hour. But I was gonna tell you, I think the time that you're off, I want to maybe do a mini series where I invite like somebody where I'll be reading a book.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do like a book club or something, or join one, and maybe invite a girl and talk about the book that we're reading. Just
Okay.
for that, or have girl talk, or maybe schedule like a guest to come. Oh, we need to have Ronnie. I've been meaning to tell you
As a guest?
as a guest.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
That's fun.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go, because you know the way I explained you both to my friend, I was like, it's like, it's not that deep, and Ronnie is like, it's all about mental health.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
It's
get over it.
No,
Really
yeah,
get
y'all
over
are
it.
both y'all are, and I feel like I fall in the middle.
Okay.
I feel like there's things that I'm like, it's not that deep, and there's things that I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I get it,
I get it.
right?
You can lay on the couch the whole day because of your mental.
No, not that.
Yeah, that's what to me.
No.
I'm like, that's crazy.
No, but don't get me wrong. I'm trying to think when I went through something deep that I think I was like depressed.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I came about that was I try to make myself feel pretty. But I was like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. So I worked out. That was the first time I ever got lash extensions. I would go get my nails done. Like, I needed to feel good.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't, I was gonna be in that couch. But anyways, my point was,
Like right now, I'm going through it.
You're going through it?
Yeah, like I feel like I am not me. Like, this body's not mine. I keep telling Kiki, like, pregnancy, dude, is no joke right now. Like, I feel like this is not my
feel
body.
like you understand the postpartum depression?
I don't think I have
Well,
postpartum
because
depression.
obviously not yet, right? Well, hopefully you don't have it.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like there's a human growing inside of me,
and you're grateful for it.
right? But it's not my body, dude. Like, it's not, you know. Like, it just, when I look at myself, I was like, this is not my body. This is somebody else's body.
She's using everything
Yeah.
in my body.
Even my brain, like, it's foggy.
You can't believe how much is changed.
Yeah, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, but I'm not out of bed till like 6:30 or 7. And I'm just like, bro, and I'm just like in pain. My back hurts. And I'm like, I'm not even working out like that to be in this much pain. You know what I mean? I'm
Well,
used
just
to the
way-
workout pain. I'm not used to being in pain just cause, you know?
Well, it's not just cause.
Yeah, but in my head, it's like,
You can't
body.
accept the fact that it's changing.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, this is my body.
And it's out of your control.
Yeah.
And that's something you had a hard time.
And I'm just always like thinking like, it's my body. I should be in control. And to think that I'm in pain.
And it's not even your fault.
And that's not even my fault. There's like, I'm paying to toss over and, you know, like to get out of bed, it hurts.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, bro, like, I do get it, but I don't excuse myself to not get out of bed and go work out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I still go and work out. Mm-hmm. It might take me a little longer, but just really no excuse.
No, yeah. But so basically when you go on maternity leave, I was thinking about doing, if I can get a guest, maybe do a book episode or something. Mm-hmm. But I am wanting to bring like different guests. But before you leave on maternity leave, I want to have Ronnie on
so that we can share an episode.
I kind of want to like get to know her a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because she's part of the team, you know, and I feel like I've had some deep conversations and and there, maybe like twice.
I feel like she's gone through a lot.
But she's
she's gone through a lot.
And I want, not that I want to be nosy. The way she
thinks,
yeah, that's what it is. Because she has this big mentality on guys, right? Yeah. So I kind of want to like sit down and ask her like why, if she's open to the conversation, right? Because not everybody's open to it. But yeah, I think I want to bring different girls, right, to come on here and just chit chat.
Like we still need to get Star. Star just started her own business.
Oh my God, we still need to get Star. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I kind of don't know if I want to start booking the guests before you leave. I mean, you're gonna go in August, right?
Yeah.
So we have all of June and all of July.
Yeah.
So I think we should
don't even remind me.
I'm excited, guys, because we're going to Disney. We booked it already. We had to make some changes. I know somebody who messaged me. Ali messaged me. So update on our trip, right?
Yeah.
We are going to Disney for Milo's birthday, and I'm super excited because it's going to be Roland, Milo, and my in-laws, and myself. And my in-laws, I mean his parents.
Yeah.
We're going to do a road trip. We're driving out there, and then
Florida.
Mm-hmm. And the first day is going to be on Milo's actual birthday. We're going to be at Magic Kingdom.
They're doing VIP?
No, heck no. It's so expensive there.
I know, but it's
you got to pay per the hour, not per day. It's like $200, $300 per hour. So I'm like, no. That's our first time. We're just going to go for it, you know?
Go about it as all y'all broke people.
Just go about how I don't want to rush anything because it's not like we won't be going back, you know? So I think for last year we did do VIP because I felt like it was going to be worth it. Like the opportunity was there, you know, and it was only one park.
And it was worth it.
And it was super worth it. But this time, one, we don't got that type of money. And two, we're not only going to that park. So I feel like if he doesn't get on a ride, he doesn't know what he's missing out on.
True.
You know, I'm going to look at the map and pick my favorites.
Yeah.
And then see what we can get out of that. But we want to go there more just for the experience.
Yeah.
Enjoy the shows, you know. But because we're doing Magic Kingdom on his actual birthday. And then the next day we're doing Hollywood Studios. And then we're taking a break. And then we're going to go to Universal for 2 days. So I feel like
it's a good balance.
Yeah, we're not getting VIP experience, but we're just going more for the actual experience, even if we have to wait in line or...
Their water park is really nice too.
The Volcano Bay. That's
literally... That water park is really
That's good. The park we're not going to.
Aww.
Yeah, we're not going to it, but it's okay though. I was like, he's super big on Harry Potter, so I really wanted to take him to the Harry Potter train and all that stuff. So, but the hotel we're staying at is right next to Volcano Bay. So I'm just like...
be looking at it.
But we're not even gonna be
go there?
The 2 days that the days that we're staying there, we'll be in the pool, and the pool has like sand, so it's like he's not even gonna know, you know. But I think it's gonna be cool that he's gonna be able to see the volcano and be like, oh damn, that's dope, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the update. So this is 15 minutes. So if I go like that, and that's 5, so that's gonna be 20. Oh, the battery's low. But yeah, so that's the update. So I'm excited. So for Milo's birthday, Faltan 40 days. And I know because we're counting them down on his Harry Potter calendar. Yeah. So that means your due date's in August.
Yeah.
So you have like, what's your due date again?
11th.
So that means you have like 70 days maybe?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are y'all like ready mentally?
No. Nobody is. I'm like, no. Maybe Kika's like super excited, you know? But like,
are you not excited? Or
No.
you feel like, what are you feeling right now? Are you nervousness?
Right now, I'm like, when I think about it, I'm like, dang, bro, I don't know if I could do that. You know, like, I don't know if I could do that. And then there's days that I'm like,
is that because you see your sister or what? Because she has the baby, no?
Yeah, no, her delivery was good. Like, she had a good delivery. She could say like, oh, it was so painful, but it really wasn't. She got it.
Girl.
She got it, dude. Like, she didn't even need an epidural. She got it. She did it naturally.
And do you feel because she didn't get an epidural, it's more pressure on you not to get one now?
I'm not going to get one either way.
Why?
Because I'm doing it at home. I'm having a home birth.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't tell you.
No, you're having a home birth?
Yes, I'm having my kid right there in my house, in my apartment.
Did you tell me this?
I think I did. I have a midwife.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't got a choice. I have to push the baby out.
And your sister went to the hospital?
Yeah, she did. Because she wanted a home birth, pero no se pudo. She had high blood pressure. So just for that reason, they're like, no, we'll just rather do it at the hospital. And she got it. I seen the video of how she pushed that baby out in 2 pushes. The baby was out. You know, so I was like, dude.
Yeah, Milo was 3 pushes.
Yeah.
But that's not the part that is hard. The hard part is...
After.
No, is before you give birth. The hard part is dealing with the contractions.
Yeah.
The pushing is not the hard part.
And she got it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the contractions is the part that
she said that she was only contracting really hard and bad, that where she couldn't take it like that. Like, she needed to verbally get rid of the contraction, like through noises. She lasted like that for an hour.
Oh no, like you see, my contractions lasted like 32 hours.
Yeah. But she was in labor for maybe like
But the painful
10
contractions
hours?
were like from, I don't know, like 7, no, I'm lying. My painful contractions started like 11 in the morning up until 8 p.m.
The thing is that they induced her. They say that
They induced me too.
So the contractions for people who get induced are way stronger than
So
for natural deliveries.
Yeah, so but that's just because your body should be ready, right?
Yeah.
But it was my 39 week on my 6th day.
Yeah.
So I got induced a day before my due date.
Why did you get induced though?
Because I was already getting contractions.
Oh, okay. So
but I was only 2 centimeters dilated, so they were gonna send me home. But since my doctor was on call, she's like, well, do you want me to induce you? And I was like, sure, let's do it now. Yeah. And that's why I mean, I don't know. I've never done like the research that I should have done, you know. But I'm thankful for my experience overall, right? But that's crazy. So who are you going with? Like,
what do you mean?
For like your midwife. So you haven't gone to the doctor to get checked?
Yeah, her name's Jamie. So it's called In Bloom. That's like the
Did you ask Star or what?
I did my research. And they had like 5 stars. 5 stars out of like 2,000 people who have
gone with her?
Gone with her, yeah.
Dang.
It's her and 2 other nurses.
So they're going to be going to your house?
Yeah, cuando I'm already like contracting heavy. They're like, whenever your contractions are 3 minutes apart from each other, you call us and we'll rush to you.
Wow. Yeah. And
so
if you don't mind sharing, what's the cost of the whole experience?
Around $7,000. So it's cheaper, you know.
Well, I guess it depends. Yeah, like
especially when you don't have insurance, you know.
Yeah. Is it cheaper than the hospital?
The hospital's about either $25,000 to $30,000.
When you don't have insurance.
Yeah, when you don't have insurance.
But you can apply for Medicaid?
No, we make too much money. Even Kike makes too much money to apply for insurance.
And his job doesn't have insurance.
So yeah, his job did have it, pero to apply for it, because we apply for it yearly, we were going through like, oh, should we get medical insurance? And I was like, no, we're not gonna need it. Bro, a week later I end up pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah, a week later I ended up pregnant after we had already said no to the insurance. So we were trying to go back and say like, can we take it back and get medical insurance this time? But they were like, no, you're just gonna have to wait next year.
The deadline was over.
Yeah. And I had a positive test the day, like a week later from us saying no to the medical insurance.
Oh my God. Well, with that being said, guys, we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be back. And we are back.
So yeah, there's days that I am scared, but then there's days that I'm like, oh, I got it.
Oh yeah, that is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully, I mean, primeramente Dios, like it's easy,
smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they tell you do these exercises to help?
Not really, because they already know I work out, so they just keep telling me, do what you're doing good. Every time I have a checkup, like right now I'm having them bi-weekly, my checkups. So they did a glucose test apenas and they passed it, and they're like, oh, you're doing
your
good.
midwife did.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the payment work?
Every time I go, I give $500. I don't have to. I can do 300, 400.
They do a payment plan.
Yeah.
Oh, but wow. When did you hire her?
When I was, I think 2 months pregnant or 3 months pregnant.
Oh, wow. So it's from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I think I was like 10, 11 weeks pregnant when I started going to her.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So you don't have an OBGYN?
Mm-mm.
And so with Star, that was your first ultrasound?
Mm-mm. I've had others. She does my ultrasounds too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How many have you had then?
Probably like 4. Or, 4. Like, when I first got pregnant, to confirm it, they did one. And then they did another one when I was like, I don't know, like 18 months pregnant. 18 weeks pregnant. And then they did another one to look at the anatomy of the baby.
Yeah. And 20 weeks.
And then I got this one with Star.
With Star, the 3D. I think for me, it was just the first one, the heartbeat at 20 weeks for the anatomy. And then that's when they told me if it was a boy or a girl. Mm-hmm. And then I went to go do a 3D one. It was like I made that appointment. But other than that, that was my only 3 ultrasounds. Yeah, my doctor really didn't like ultrasounds.
Yeah, no, and I've heard that they're not that good.
Yeah, so she would like opt out. She would ask me, she's like, I can do them if you want. And as much as I would tell her, I would want to. I would be like, well, I mean, if it's not needed.
Yeah, if everything's going good.
Yeah, but she would always let me hear his heartbeat with the little máquina.
Yeah, that's what they do. They always make, like, she knows the position over where the baby is without even looking at an ultrasound. Like, she'll be like, here's the butt. She grabs my panza, my belly, and she'll be like, oh, the belt's right here. And the legs are right up here. So the baby's already head down.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That is so... So what did Kike say?
I feel all the kicks, like, up here.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's when I'm never going to forget this one kick Milo did. And I could see his little patilla. And I just, like, pushed it back in there like, oh, boy.
Oh.
But, so what does Kike say? Is he nervous then?
No, I don't think he's nervous.
Because, I saw Star's, like, pictures. And I'm like, holy shit, that looks painful. Yeah. Like, her pictures, they're very nice. But they made me feel like... They make me feel the pain. Yeah. Like... I was like, oh my God. I have a picture where I'm in the hospital and I'm just laying down, but I'm looking at Roland. Yeah. But I remember being in pain, but I just look peaceful, And I just feel like Star looks like she's in pain.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. But I just thought it looked like it was a beautiful experience, And Wydot, when she came on here, she said too that
she had an at-home birth.
She did it at the midwife's place, I think. I think she did it over there. In a
clinic or something.
Yeah, they had a clinic. So she did it over there. Unless she did do it at her house, I can't remember, honestly. And she did say it was around 7K también.
And it was really painful for her?
I think she said it was painful, but she wouldn't go back to the hospital. You know what I mean? Because she's like...
Like, if she had another baby, she wouldn't do it at the hospital.
She wouldn't do it she would go back to the home birth experience. And I've thought about doing, like, a home birth experience for my second baby, but then I'm just like, I'm too scared. I am too scared.
But we were made for this.
Yeah, but I'm fucking scared. No. And see, my thing, too, is just, like, I feel like with my internal bleeding that happened in 2020, I'd be scared to even risk anything going sideways. Yeah. Because I feel like with my luck, I'm like, damn, this girl really is not lucky. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I was lucky enough to survive that. But I don't know. It's scary.
And then too, like, they do test you every time you have an appointment to make sure that you are still under the category of healthy enough to give birth at home.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because if I start peeing they see protein on my pee, then that means that something's wrong with my body. Or if they start seeing that the baby's heartbeat is going down, something's wrong. So they probably would be like, no, you're gonna have to give birth at a hospital.
Dang.
Yeah, because I don't have all the equipment.
Yeah, you know? They don't.
Yeah.
So you're really opting out of the epidural.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Well, I'm excited for you.
You're like, that's
good luck. I was like, oh my God, did I forget to press record? But that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what does your mom say? Or like your mother-in-law? Because, you know, they're older, so.
Like at first they're like, huh? Like, you, with all the technology that we have now, you want to go back to the old days? But the thing is, my suegra had her children at the hospital. My mom had us at a hospital. It's really my mom's grandma who had them. Like, the other generations before them that had them naturally at home con una partera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're just like, all right, like,
good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
That's your decision. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Well, other than that, the pregnancy is doing really good. And then I didn't really get to look at the pictures too much, but she looks like cachetona, right? Do you have pictures?
I think I have like a picture.
So how was that experience with Star?
It was really good. They're actually really good. I was like, oh, she moves a lot. The baby moves a lot. So I was like, oh, they're not going to be able to get like a good picture. I'm like, oh, snap. Star was saying like, oh, that looks like the dad.
Oh, never mind. She's not cachetona. Her little mouth.
Yeah, my sister was like, that lip? Who she get that lip from? Because I have thin lips. Kike has thin lips. But her bottom lip is yeah. She looks like she has a big, thick lip.
Dang, are you like excited to see her?
Huh? Yeah, she looks cachetona a little bit.
Oh, and that one, yeah, she does look cachetona. Man, that bottom lip though.
Yeah, it's thick.
It is thick.
Yeah, so I'm like, girl, she get it from her tia Stephanie. I don't know if you ever seen my sister Stephanie. She has really thick lips like negrita.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. No, I never really paid attention.
Yeah,
but that's crazy. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm nervous for you, but I'm excited for you. I like to see when people do the home birth because I know it's like very different, you know. But what was I gonna say? How were you guys with the storm? Oh, yeah, I weren't even here, right, when it hit?
So Kike left the day after.
Oh, he did?
I was here for the storm. I drove home during the storm. That is so
true. That was so true. You did say you were driving home.
Yeah, I was driving home during the storm. I was telling you on the group chat, like, oh, I've been through worse storms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad here. Out there where Kike's mom's lived, it was really bad. Casi todos los árboles se cayeron. He was over there at his mom's whenever it was happening. So he's like, don't go home. Don't drive home. It's really bad. I was like, dude, it hasn't started raining here yet.
Yeah.
But when I started driving, like, Omita Mall right there, me agarró, and it was pretty bad. But not to the point where, like, I couldn't make it home. It was okay.
And what about today? Excuse me.
Dude, that hail?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I just heard it. I didn't go out to see.
It's so crazy to me that it's just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember a May being this bad.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's September, you know.
Yeah. August, like, where it's, like, hurricane season and stuff like
that. I don't think I remember in May it ever being, like, this bad.
Yeah. I did have one cancellation. But there was a guy in the hallway who was like, hey, do you know where this person's at, this stylist is at? And I was like, oh, yeah, he's right in front of me. So he's like, oh, okay, so you have an appointment with him? And he's like, yeah, I have an appointment with him. But I was like, where he at? And he's like, I don't know. So I was like, you can wait for him here in the hallway and the little seats outside. And he waited there. I was in with my appointment and the next one had canceled. So I was like, if he doesn't get if they don't come and give him his haircut, then I'm gonna ask him if he wanted a haircut, right?
Yeah.
And he was still in the hallway. And I was like, oh, he's still not here? And he's like, no, he's not here. And it was already storming outside. So I was like,
damn, that's
yeah. I was like, bro, you can't leave either. You know, like you can't go anywhere. You're stuck here. And then the person who's giving you a haircut didn't even show up for your appointment. So I was like, you want me to cut your hair?
But don't you know them?
Yeah, I know the guy in front of me, but I wasn't gonna call him and be like, your appointment's here.
Yeah,
you know, I wasn't gonna do that. I just thought, I'm like, damn, that's crazy that they didn't even tell you that he wasn't coming. Like, yeah. I was like, did he tell you he wasn't gonna be able to make it? He's like, he didn't tell me. I was like, I got you. And he's like, I only have $25. And I was like he knew kind of that I was like
expensive.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, the place where you're at, everybody looks like they charge a lot.
Yeah, but I'm like, he paid $25 for his haircut. Like, he only has $25 on him. So I was like, no, yeah, that's cool. Dude, it's better than nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, no, I got you. Like, it's fine. He's Puerto Rican.
So the guy in front of you charges $25? Mm-hmm. Give me his contact info.
You're not going to like it. I've seen what he's done.
That's why it's $25.
Yeah. No, he's just starting. That's why. Like, he just started cutting guys' hair.
That means he's already no showing.
Yeah, that's what I was like, dude, that's very unresponsible.
Yeah, that's wild.
I didn't tell his client, like, that's so irresponsible from him. You know, I didn't tell him, but I was like, oh, that's crazy that he didn't tell you.
Yeah. Damn, that client got lucky then. Mm-hmm. That guy got lucky.
Yeah.
And the guy never showed up afterwards?
Never showed up afterwards. And I told Kiki, I was like, I'm not even going to tell him. I'm not even going to tell him, like, oh, your client was here waiting for you. And I took him in.
You should tell him. Mm-mm. You should, so that he knows, like, it's a life experience.
No, I've talked to him enough.
Oh, really? So it's like whatever?
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, so...
He's a newbie there or what?
No, he's been there for like 6 years.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. So then he's not just starting to cut hair.
He does girls' hair.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he doesn't do guys' hair, but I motivated him to do guys' hair, so then he did. And he would come to me for advice and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, okay, well, then do this and do that. And this is how you retain clients. And the way he's going about it, not showing up and not telling them, yeah, that's not the way. And I'm not going to waste my saliva.
No, yeah, I see. So I went to an event, right? La Voz Poética. And there was poets there or whatever.
Dude, I love that.
I don't think you'd like it.
Why?
I don't think, not this one at least. This one was a mental health poets type of thing.
Like sad?
You know, a little bit here and there, you know, but it was more of them expressing their feelings through poems, right? It was a mental health one. And
I have some empathy. You act like I got no empathy. I got some.
No, because I don't know. I just feel like I feel I'm right here.
Yeah.
And you're right here. No.
Of no empathy?
I'm right here. Empathy line's right here.
Yeah.
I'm like there. And you're like down here.
No.
So I don't know. I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah. One thing is
something that happened, right? That I want to share too, but I'm not going to say while we're recording.
Why?
Because it's going to make me look like a bitch. Like a... No.
So be it.
No, I can't because I know people watch and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But anyways, I went to that and it amazed me how people really can be vulnerable.
Yeah, and express their feelings.
Yeah. In front of strangers.
Yeah.
I was like...
And then to think that they're not strong. Like, get out of here.
Like, I was pretty shook. Yeah, like, I'm going to share this story because this person shared it in front of strangers. So I feel like it's okay if I reshare it, right? Yeah. Which I hope it is. But I was listening to the people, right? One, you have to be hella quiet. Super quiet. And I feel like it's hard for me to be like quiet for a long time.
Yeah.
Even when I opened my beer, I had to be like quiet. Yeah. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Right. You know? But anyways, I had there was a lady, right? She went up there and she was basically talking about how the reason I'm bringing this up because you said that you didn't want to waste your saliva, right, on this guy. So this girl went up there and she said she had 6 abortions, 2 miscarriages by the age of 21. 21. I was so shook by her sharing that, you know. And then what shook me even more was when she said that it was obviously drug abuse and a bunch of that stuff, right? She was an addict. what shook me more after that was the fact that she said, when I know I need help, I call the hotline and I just talk to somebody. I just need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And then she was saying that she's lost a lot of friends, you know, because of her ways that she lived her life, right? But the fact that she's 50 something now, or I don't know her age, right? But she's older. And she's like, when I need help now, sometimes I just want to cry, but I don't want to get back into like the hole. So she calls the hotline. So I wanted to meet with her and ask her, like, how do you go from not accepting help to even seeking the help, right? Like, to me, we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've helped people where they I get tired of helping them because I'm just like, well, you don't want it, ¿pa qué te la voy a dar?
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's always the same thing.
You don't want to waste your saliva with this guy. So I want to know, like, how it is to, I feel like it's hard for me to ask for help.
Me
like
too.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna figure that shit out on my own.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that genuinely need help. Like, they need help from somebody else to give them that push, to give them the motivation or something, you know? So how do you go from not wanting the help to just going to look for it by yourself? Obviously, you just want a better life. I'm assuming that's the answer, right? Which it's the obvious answer here. But it just, I don't know. I really wanted to talk to her and be like, how did you go from that to this?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I was just, her story really did me quedó como like, wow. Like, you know? But other than that, like, I was really shook at how much these people literally went up there and they were just sharing
their life experiences,
you know? And I'm just like, wait, what? Like,
yeah.
You know, I was shook, but mind you, I was drinking.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, you know, some girl, they did like, they did a rope tie dance type of thing. You and a girl was tied up. And then my friend, I asked her, how is that exotic type of dance or whatever? It's not even an exotic dance, but I'm like, she's getting tied up. How is that connected to mental health? Like, I don't get it. Like, either I'm fucking ignorant and I don't get what's
I'm drunk
going
right
on.
now.
No. She had told me before. Oh, yeah. And then I said, well, how is that even connected? But she never told me how it was connected, right? So then when we talked again, she said, oh, yeah, like, when you asked me why it was connected, she said, I thought to myself, wow, she really doesn't know. And I'm like, yeah, I really don't know. That's why I'm asking. To me, honestly, guys, there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't know, you ask.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So I asked, you know. Yeah. And then she was about to tell me and we got interrupted. So she didn't end up telling me. And then they went up there and they started doing that. And it's basically a way to express your feelings.
Yeah. That you're tied up.
That you're tying yourself up, you know. But I was like, oh my God, it's such a different world. Like, we do this and much more. We have all these guests, right? And we are so input with the gym world, with the fitness people, with the music. We have barbers on here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
and then there's another world out there.
And there's plenty. There's a bunch. There's a yoga world, a Pilates world, you know? And I'm just like, mental health is so big. It's so big, right? Yeah. I just feel like when I was there, I was also thinking to myself, man, shame on me for not knowing more. Yeah. But then, like I told my friend, I was just like, maybe I've dealt with mental health, but I'm just the type of person that I'm just like gonna figure this shit out and I'm not gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm in a hole, I'm not gonna stay in the hole. Yeah. I'm gonna figure a way to get out of it. You know, like, either mentally I'm still tired or burnt out, like, and I didn't realize it, like, maybe that was the mental thing I dealt with, but I've never claimed to be going through it mentally.
Yeah.
So, it's como like, and that's what I was telling her. I'm like, there's a way that you can come about to somebody just because they don't know. Like, I see even church. Yeah. You know, you can go to church, but you're still gonna get criticized because you don't know, when in reality it's like, no, just accept the people, like, you know. But
dude, that's crazy. I honestly, now that we're talking about mental health, I love it, but I hate it. I hate the whole enabling it. Oh, okay. Enabling it and saying it, making it yours. Like, I hate the whole I understand, dude. We all going through it. We all go through something, right? But when you make it part of your identity and you hide behind it, and you want people to
victimize you,
and call you by your pronoun, right? Because that's what it is now. And it's like, no, dude. Okay, we get it. You're not the same, but you don't have to make me be part of your bubble. I'm part of my bubble, and I got my own beliefs. So because of your mental health, now I have to also change my vocabulary.
I have to tippy-toe around what you're saying.
Like that's I'm very selective over the people I do that around, and then you're not one of them. You know what I mean? You're not that important. So don't make me do that. That's why I love it, but I hate it because I understand we're all struggling. Y qué bonito que back then no se hablaba, and now it does, right? Now we do, pero it's not our identity.
Because you do talk about it, it does not mean let's get sunken into it.
Exactly.
I know what you mean,
it's
though.
It's not that deep at the end of the day.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean, because
I love it, but I hate it.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna say it. It's too bad if I look like a bitch, right? I'm gonna say it. I told Roland, and I literally left, and there's something that just stayed in my mind, and I'm like, is there something fucking wrong with me? Because this was my thought, right?
Yeah.
I didn't mean, and I did not do this, right? But it was a thought, and just the fact that I thought it, I was like, okay, something's wrong with me, or maybe not.
Like
I don't know.
In a bad way? Something's wrong with you in a bad way?
Yeah, in a bad way, because somebody went up there and they started crying, right? They started saying their poem and they started crying. But it was so hard for me to understand that.
Like, why are you crying? You chose to be up there, first of all.
Which I get, because I know that's how it works.
Yeah.
I know that. But this is the part where I thought something was wrong with me, because I can't see people cry, because then I just think it's funny. Like,
I'm just kidding.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like not all the time, guys. Mm-hmm. If I'm watching a movie and somebody's crying in the movie, like, I'm fucking laughing, because I'm just like, okay, guys, I just think either you're ugly crying, or I don't even realize what's going on. I just focus on your face,
Yeah, expressions.
Yeah. But obviously I've cried. My family's, we've dealt with things,
That you have emotions. You do.
I do.
You can get sentimental.
Yeah, but in this case, I was there with. No me dio ganas de reírme, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I want to laugh. No, I couldn't believe that they really got up there and started crying. Like, it was hard for me to believe. If you ever see me crying, you better believe, like, it's something fucking deep. Like,
and nobody better laugh.
No, and nobody better laugh. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I cry every now and then.
Yeah.
I think Roland's probably seen me cry if I'm watching a show.
Yeah.
Like, it just happened today. I saw a show that brought me some type of feeling,
Yeah.
I connected to this show on a certain personal level, that I was on a conversation with somebody, and I had to hang up because I was watching the show, and I just knew I was gonna choke up, But honestly, I'm not even gonna, like, bullshit y'all. The show that I was watching really connected me on a personal level to where it reminded me of my grandparents.
Yeah.
And that's literally why. And I told Roland, I'm like, I saw this clip on TikTok and it made me choke up. And I'm like, and I saw it again.
Yeah.
The full episode. And I'm like, and I just know what this kid is going through, because
you went through it. It was, like, very well explained.
Yeah, it was literally how I was like, if I saw myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I choked up, right? But anyways, seeing this person get up there, it's like, in my head, I'm just like, you're writing a poem, right? I'm not criticizing, guys, but you're writing a poem knowing damn well you're going to get up there and cry, or maybe you're not going to cry, or how does that work, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, the part that I thought was wrong was that's my mentality, right? Like, it's hard for me to see somebody crying and
take it seriously.
And yeah, kind of, right? Yeah. So then
you don't understand.
I don't understand, and maybe that's why something's wrong with me, because I can't process it.
What did Roland say?
No, wait. So then I look next to Ronnie to explain to her, it's hard for me to see somebody cry.
Yeah.
And when I look to the side, she's crying.
I knew it.
She was cleaning her tears. She's like, damn, that one hit. That's what she said, right? And then I didn't even say nothing. And I just
never mind.
I just thought to myself, and I'm just like, that's when she's like, damn, that one hit. I was just like, damn, like, is something wrong with me? Because I couldn't focus on what the girl was saying. I could just only focus on her emotion. She was crying. Yeah. But I'm never going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to cry in front of others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was hard for me to understand that. Like, and that's why I'm like, is there something wrong with me, right? No, you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
I get what you're saying, because I mean, like, I never tell people I'm struggling until I'm done with struggling.
Yeah, and we've talked about that
like,
before.
I'm never going to be like, oh, man, I'm going through it.
But if you tell that to somebody with mental health, they're going to be like, oh, no, like, you're dealing with trauma or something, you know?
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, and that's what you do. You deal with it.
So I called Roland when I left, and I was like, I'm only telling you this because I know you understand me, and you're not going to judge me, you know? And I don't need nobody to judge me. I just need somebody to hear me out. I'm like, am I crazy or what?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, like, you're just mentally estás un poquito, your mind is more, you're tougher, basically, right?
Yeah.
But it just made me feel like, wow, like, I'm about to share with Ronnie, like, oh, it's so hard for me to see people cry. And she's like cleaning her tears.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, what the fuck? I was so confused, you know?
Yeah.
And then I see the people in the crowd, and some of them are like wanting to cry. And I'm just like, am I crazy? Or like what, you know? I don't know. But
I think that's happened to me a couple of times where I'm just like, what was so sad about that, you know?
Not even that, but it was just, I couldn't comprehend the vulnerability that you put yourself in front of strangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe because mentally I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you never, like, even sometimes it's hard for me to be vulnerable to Kiki until I'm struggling, babe. It's hard.
Exactly.
Because it's like, it's my problem. Nobody else's.
For me with Roland, it's the same thing. Okay, I have like 2 more minutes. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Roland's like, why don't you just tell me? I'm like, because I got this.
Yeah.
But if you had that conversation with somebody that dealt with mental health, or mental health was with their mentality, you know,
but we all
they would say, I feel like the comeback would be like, oh, you're going through it. You know what I mean? But in reality, it's like, I'm really not. Like, I'm just figuring shit out on my own.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm just adulting. Like, this is what happens when you're an adult. You get responsibility. Problems come up and you figure them out, you know, and sometimes some problems are harder than others. Yeah. It's like, I'm just an adult.
And me and Roland have talked. If I've shared with you guys a lot, like my grandparents, how they passed away. I shared, it was super terrible. Like, my grandparents were murdered, you know, and I shared it on here. I've shared like other stuff you shared.
Yeah. And then it causes you to kind of laugh because you're done and over with it. You stay stuck in your trauma.
But is it like, we don't even call it trauma.
Yeah. And it's just like, bro, stuff happens in life, bro.
That's why I'm like, are we wrong? Or are we crazy or what? Like, 'cause I told Ronan, I'm like, so many things I literally took a step back and I told him, I pinpointed different things in my life. Yeah. And I'm like, just experiencing the way I lost my grandparents,
it's crazy.
You would consider that as trauma. Yeah. But I never considered it trauma. I considered it like
tragedy,
like a loss.
Yeah.
I lost something very meaningful to me. But I never thought, oh, this is trauma.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with trauma. I dealt with depression.
Yeah.
And maybe that was mental health, right? But, and the suicidal thoughts were there, you know. But I was a kid. Yeah. I was 13.
You were not able to understand.
Yeah, no. But even as a kid, I think now, and I'm just like, damn, even as a kid, I dealt with fucking depression. I dealt with suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
And still came out as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to comprehend an adult
not being able to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I was saying I don't want to be a bitch, but it might come off like that. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. You know, it's just, this is our platform and I just want to put it out there. Like, as it being our platform, we should be able to express what we feel.
No, this is our personalities.
Yeah. And
we all have different personalities.
But if you talk to me, I'm here to listen to you guys. But just know who you're talking to and who's listening, right? But with that being said, we're going on our quick break. we are back. So, yeah, that was an event. It was a good event. It was chill. I'm glad I did put myself in the situation where I was able to experience that.
Something that you didn't understand and you wanted to understand.
I didn't even know that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know people really express themselves through poems. I just read poems on books or on posts.
That's why I'm like, I like them. I like poems, but then you were like, well, they're not the type of poems that you would probably like.
Yeah. And you know what, guys, another thing is too that I realized, I think I said it on here before, that I was taking a break from like the whole crime stuff, because in reality, it's just like you feed your mind what you want to feed it, right? And me, it's just like, I'm open, I'm all ears, you know, but if I get to choose what I'm going to feed my mind and my body, maybe not my body, right? Because I feed my body hot Cheetos and all that stuff. And I know that that's monsters. And monsters. And I know that's not the best thing to do, right? But mentally, I try to feed myself like
positive things,
you know.
Things that'll help you grow.
Yeah. So it was kind of hard for me to comprehend like what was going on. But again, I'm glad I was a part of it, because it was something that I've never been a part of, and it was just, I never experienced it. And sometimes I'm always down to experience something once in a lifetime, right? Not that was my only time, because I still want to go to another one, a poem thing, and do the snapping the fingers, right?
What is that?
Like,
you clap like that?
Instead of clapping, you snap your fingers.
Oh,
I feel like that's how quiet it's
supposed to be.
Yeah. But anyways, there's things that I want to experience in my life that, you know, I get to choose what I want to do, right? But yeah, that was just a food for thought for y'all, you know.
Interesting crowds.
Yeah, and it was different.
I feel like Stephanie, since she's a social worker, she would have been like, but did you report that? Like right after somebody got out of the stage, has it been reported? You know, with
she's a social worker?
Yeah, with her social worker self. Yeah, she always wants everything to be reported.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You know what's crazy? When I left the funeral home, I thought about going to the social work life. But again, I chose to get a job that it was either social work or a nursing home, because I love talking to older people, but I also want to help kids, right?
Yeah.
But then I told myself, why the hell am I going to go put myself in a situation where I know I'm going to get mentally drained?
Yeah, stressed.
But I don't mean mentally like I'm depressed, but it was just like, I'm the type of person that I carry your problems with me. Yeah. That's the type of person I am, and that's when I get mentally drained, right? I don't get
you want to look for solutions for people.
Yeah, and that's what's tiring. I don't think you'll ever hear me complain. That's
Stephanie too, but she says that where the drainness comes is wherever the other parties are not putting as much effort as she wants to put in. Like, she wants to get the help for these people, but the other party's like, no, delay. So that's where her frustration comes from.
No, yeah. And for me, I feel like I'm not the mom that you'll ever see. If you are, I mean, that's you. But me, like, my mentally drained, like, that I'll be drained, is never going to be because my son is too hyper in a day. Because that's not a fucking problem to me.
Yeah, he's a kid.
By all means, be hyper.
Yeah.
I'd rather you be hyper than...
release all your energy.
Yeah, go ahead. But that's not mentally draining to me. Mentally draining to me is trying to figure out a problem for somebody else. That's kind of dragging me down, you know?
You care about.
That I care about. That's mentally draining. That's exhausting. But that's why I didn't go. And guess what? I ended up applying to work at a school.
Yeah.
Because I needed to put myself in an environment that I knew was going to bring me joy. And that's what I mean, that I choose what I want to feed my mind, my soul, you know. And kids cheer me up. I love kids. You love
helping them, but for you, it's a happy environment.
Yes. So kids just have the most genuine love. I think I've said this on here before. Like, a kid will love you genuinely like no other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know. They do know, right? But they don't know that they can harm you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
even though they do harm you.
Even though they do harm you, you know, like,
you're fine.
Literally straight up.
Yeah.
I asked Milo, I'm just going to say this out. I'm just going to put it out there, right? So we recently had we lost somebody in our family, right? And he was super young. He was 17. It was all by mistake, right? So we're dealing with all that right now. Like this just happened on Thursday night.
Was he really close to you?
No, not to me, but I mean, it was still part of the family, you know? So that day that I found out that he passed away, he's like a step cousin basically, right? The day that I found out that he died, I felt so bad because I was just like, I could never imagine what his mom's dealing with right now. Like,
knowing that you have a little one too, a boy.
A boy, and it was her first son, her firstborn, right? And it was just all by mistake. You know what I mean? And it was so sudden, and it was just so sad, right? So then I came home, and this is what I mean. Kids don't know.
Yeah.
You know. And then I came and I hugged Milo. I'm like, oh my God, I love you so much, right? And then he's like, oh, I love you too, or whatever. And later on, we had a conversation where I was like, oh, you're such a good son, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, you're a good mom. You're a bad mom too, but you're a good mom and a bad mom. And I'm just like, okay, dude, you know?
Yeah, like
that's what I mean, you know? Like, he had no idea that I'm over here really like appreciating him, you know? But he's like, you're a good and a bad mom. Like, because you get mad. That's why I'm a bad mom, right? And I'm just like, only if you knew. You know, only if you knew how lucky you are. Like, now we're telling him, like, no, that's, you know, we tried to explain but yeah, it was so sad, like the loss that my family just got hit with, you know. It was just like, damn.
So sudden, and he's so
young. It was
young.
sudden, and he was so young, because it's just like, dang, 17. Like, how do you even think? Like, to me, I'm like, I look back and I'm like, in 2020 I was dying. Like, how old was I? Like
22 probably.
Girl.
Oh, 2020. You're like 30 already.
I'm gonna be 30 this year. So 26. 25. Gonna be 26, you know. At 25, who would have thought that, oh, at 25 that would have been it for you? Like, you just never know, right? And that's the type of when you work at a funeral home, that's, you deal with all of this, like burying young ones, older ones that you see get their whole life, you know. And all of this just ties into, you feed your soul. Whatever. You know, you pick what you feed your soul.
So I just had a client too that passed away, and he had a newborn. Oh,
dang, that's so sad.
He had just gotten married a year ago.
Oh, wow. And you know what? I've seen a lot of those where it's like, I see a lot more where the dad's the one that passes away. Like, and it's so crazy. Oh my God, I think I know who you're talking about. What was his name?
Albino.
Oh yes, and you posted it, right? That, oh, okay, that's Lego's friend. So it was all from Oak Meadows. That was that too. I was like, damn. But you just basically, like, my thing is, like, at the end of the day, even if you're dealing with mental health, right, or if you feel depressed, guys, like, as much as I want to say, I don't want to say it and make it sound bad, but bluntly, nobody can help you but yourself. And that's just as blunt as I can get. If you're depressed and you're literally thinking like, oh, it's all mental health or whatever. No, if you think about it, it's not. Like, if you sit down on the couch and you're really thinking, having suicidal thoughts, nobody should have the power to stop you but yourself. Or if you believe in God. You know what I mean? Because like, it's your life, you know. At the end of the day, there's a lot of people that play what is it? Como they play a part of it. Sorry. They play a part of it, but at the end of the day, it's yours, you know, and nobody should have more power than yourself to guide that the way you want it to be guided, you know.
And I feel like this is very different from like a genetic disorder. Like, whenever you genetically and clinically are not stable mentally, you know, this is so different from like
for sure,
and things like this. Like, there is a neurological thing that's way different, and that's not under your control, right? But there's a lot of things that we have control over. And then if you know that you're just victimizing yourself, I think it's time to stop victimizing yourself.
But how do you realize that, right? Not that it's funny, right? Because it's just like, I really think like,
How do you realize you're victimizing yourself?
Like how I've caught myself where I'm just like, all right, me and Ronnie get into an argument and I'm gonna let him, follow me around because it was his fault, right?
Yeah.
But that's me victimizing myself.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm doing it.
Yeah. And I've told Kike too, I've had arguments with him where at the end of like maybe 10 minutes into the argument, I'm like, babe, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. I'm tripping. Like, I'm actually really tripping,
Yeah.
So, and I love that he doesn't ask any questions or makes me feel like, you see, and you think you're always right. No, he's like, all right, good.
Because we're grown as people.
Yeah, like, I can call myself out and be like, wait, hold on. I'm tripping. Like, I'm arguing over something I don't really care about. Like, I just feel like arguing for no reason. And I want to be the victim so bad over what? Nothing, dude. Like
the Yolera stinks.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, well, I'll clean it up. And I'm like, no, it's too late. And things like that, But I remember this last argument. I was telling him, he told me something about his family. Like, oh, my family. I was leaving out of town for a retreat. And his family already made plans with him for the weekend that I was going to be gone. Mm-hmm. And I started tripping. I was like, oh, the minute I'm gone, they want to make plans with you. Like, they can't make plans when I'm around. Like, we could all gone out to eat. But they just want to catch you by yourself and enjoy you on their own. And I started tripping. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hold on, I'm tripping.
The hormones are what?
Yeah, I was like... No, like, my bad, babe. Because he was over here like, wait, what are you talking about? I was like...
you're confused.
Yeah. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, the moment I catch a flight to go to a retreat, they're over here saying, like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Yeah. The moment I catch a flight, like...
the moment I catch a flight, now they want to make all these plans, but
now they want to go to dinner. Yeah. Now they want to go eat.
Yeah. I'm like, they don't love me, they love you. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, but maybe because we're newlyweds, that's why they don't love me, but they love you. Like,
not like y'all haven't been together for years, right?
Yeah, but I was tripping.
No, yeah.
And I was like, dude, nah, hold on, babe, I'm tripping. No, I gotta realize I'm tripping. It's not a big deal.
I know, like, me and Roland it was a while back, actually, that we had gotten into an argument, and then he said, we were fine. We were good, right? And then he's like... you don't really love me, right? Así me dijo, right? And I'm just like, I do. Why? He's like, because I know sometimes you be looking at me ugly, like
for no reason,
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, because sometimes I think about the shit that you do, and I just don't tell you that it bothers me. I just be like, all right, well, cool. That's a tab on you, Like, he's like, what do you mean? Why don't you tell me? Why can't you just communicate it? I'd say communication is key. Yeah. And that's when I was just like, damn, he got me,
you know. Like, some things ain't worth it.
Like,
you ain't gonna change, honey.
But then I started thinking about it. I'm just like, damn, I'm really like, it's not that fucking deep. Like, it's not, he's the person I love. And I'm blessed to have him as a husband and as a dad. I mean, as a dad to Milo. But that was a moment that I'm just like, oh my God.
I'm tripping.
Like, I'm tripping. Like, I'm not even gonna, I was just like, I don't even know how I curved that conversation to where it didn't I just curved away from it because I wasn't gonna be like, you know what, I'm tripping, like, forget that we just even talked right now. I don't even know what I said that I just curved it. I was just like, but in my head I'm just like, I know I'm fucking tripping right now, like like,
like, because you're like, I appreciate him so much, I love him so much, like,
but I'm just looking at him with a stank face, like, for no reason, like, or I don't know, something must have pissed me off, right? But I hadn't said anything. But his question was not even because of that. It was just like, oh, you don't even love me anymore? Like, joking?
Yeah. And you were trying to take it.
I do, but da-da-da-da, And it was not que ver. It was just more like, that's when I was like, all right, I know I'm tripping for sure. Like, something's wrong. I'm about to get my period or something.
But that's the thing. Like, it's about being grown-ups. Like, you cannot, like, hide behind your pettiness whenever you want to be petty and be like, oh, I'm such and such, I'm this way because such and such. No, dude. Or because, like, oh, my past relationship. I have a lot of clients who tell me, like, oh, my girl's this way because in her past relationship. I was like, you keep bringing it up. You keep bringing up her past relationship, and that's where she's so comfortable talking about it. If you said you're not in your past relationship anymore, we're done talking about it, and you're not gonna act that way anymore with me because of your past relationship, then, dude, like, you're enabling. these girls, y'all are enabling her, like, oh, pobrecita, her past relationship, and I understand her. No, dude, she wasn't ready for a relationship, and you don't deserve that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can see that. I think for us, our past relationships are jokes. Like,
yeah, we're so little.
They're all jokes. Like, but that's when you deal with a lot of the stuff, though.
Yeah, when you're so little.
When you're young, like, you're young and dumb. Like, literally, you know, like.
And you think you're so in love, and that's the man of your life.
Yeah, like, I just think back, and I'm like, what a fucking dumbass was I to keep taking this ugly ass dude back when he would break up with me, go with this girl for a week, break up with her, come back with me for 2, and then go back and forward. Así estuvimos casi como like, I don't know, for like 4 months, be honest, 5 months.
You're very fortunate to have found the love of your life at the age you did. Yeah. You're very fortunate, because girls till this day are still struggling.
Yeah. But breaking, you know what, though?
Breaking up and making up.
It also helped to know that I had standards at a young age.
You knew what you wanted.
I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
Roland was not it. He was not the person I thought I was going to end up marrying. He's not the person I thought I was going to have a baby with.
Yeah.
Roland started as a friend, you know, and I feel like that helped us a lot, that we became friends. And then we started dating, and we were both in previous relationships we were overcoming. It wasn't even trust. It was just the, ¿cómo se dice? Like the heartbreak, you know, from previous relationships, right? But Roland was such a great friend, you know, and I feel like I was a great friend to him. But it was just so funny because he was not the person I thought I was going to marry, because Roland had anger issues, right? Like,
and you knew it as a friend. You're like, dang, this
I was like,
always mad.
I knew it before I even became his friend, because you know, I just would see him in school
throwing tantrums with his girl.
I would see it, and but I don't know. It is one of those things, como que I always found him attractive, you know. Yeah. So I don't know what about him I gravitated towards.
Really, it was even I can dominate you, baby. I know I could dominate you.
And even before, but you know what? Not even that I could dominate him, because Roland's a very strong guy.
Yeah.
So I feel
sometimes I feel like you can't. You're just like, whatever. I'm just let it be.
Yeah, I'm just like, go ahead, babe. Do what you got to do mentally and come back.
Release
you know?
it. Yeah. Go release
but
it.
But I've seen, it's one of those things where him being angry or getting mad so fast could have been the problem and the breakup. Yeah. But to me, it's just like, man, do I want to be with somebody that just the way he expresses himself when he's angry, or he just gets mad over whatever? Do I want that, or do I want a fucking cheater? Yeah. You know what I mean? Not that if he was a cheater I would have stayed, you know, but or that he would, that the way he expressed himself was by beating me up, which was not the case, right? Yeah. I wouldn't have stayed either. You know what I mean?
Everything good overpowered that little bad.
Which wasn't even bad, because at the end of the day he was just expressing himself. Yeah. And that's just the way he did.
And it's not like he expressed himself through like hitting you, like you said.
Yeah, no, for sure. He would have been in jail. Yeah. I've always told him, I'm like, man, you put your hand on me once, your ass is going to jail, no hesitation. Like, you better believe it, you know? But now, like, again, another thing too was, I feel like that helped us is that we grew up together.
Yeah.
And one thing that was very hard for me was to accept change. Like, to accept how much we changed over time, because Roland never used to say bad words.
Yeah.
Never. And now he's super malcriado. Super.
Yeah, mal hablado.
Yeah. So to me, it's just like, it was tough for me to be like, man, why are you saying so many bad words? Yeah. Like, why are you talking like that?
Like, to accept him as he was evolving.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't like that, you know. But that was who he was.
He was becoming that, yeah.
He became that. Like, he became the person that says, like, a bad word.
Por respeto en mi casa no las decía, but like now that I live at my own house, I want to.
It was just like, and then to see how much, like, church, like, I met him going to church every Sunday,
and how much he's like, I'm good on that, like
now he's just like, and it's hard for me, and even now it's still hard, but I also realized, like, I know I've changed. I've always been independent, you know. I like things a certain way, and I know he dealt with that too. And it's one of those things, like, we're adults, we're mature. A lot of little things could have been a make it or break it, but it's just like, in a marriage, in a relationship, you learn how to overcome that, you know. And that's when a lot of people don't. make it.
Yeah.
You know, or learn how to forgive, learn how to overcome mistakes.
Yeah.
But both have to play
Yeah.
100%.
Or
It's
love,
not no 50-50.
love each other through the seasons, like, because we all have different seasons in our life.
Yeah, for sure. Like, for me, it was so hard. My postpartum depression was like when I got stretch marks.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, he's like, oh, I love your mom tummy. I'm like, why do you call it that? Like,
You're like, why can't it just be like, I love your stomach?
and he's like, because I know that your stomach looks like this because you became a mom, you know. But he'll like want to kiss my stomach. I'm like, don't kiss my stomach, like, don't do that, like, you know. But it's just but it's funny.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, you know.
Like, can I tell you something that it's gonna be super funny, but it pissed me off, but it's so hilarious. Let me tell you. So, you know when you're pregnant, your nipples get bigger and darker, right? You're just naturally, you get pregnant, your nipples get bigger and darker.
Yeah.
And I was
But you
like,
know why though, right?
Why?
So that when the baby,
Oh, para que los vea.
so they can't see
Yeah.
when they're babies, so they have to get darker, so it's easy for them to like.
Find it.
Okay,
So I told Kike, I was like, dude, my nipples are so big and dark. And he's like, they look the same to me.
No, he didn't.
Dude, I was
my
like,
God.
are you freaking serious? Like, I was so offended.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yeah, he was like, huh? Like, they've no. I'm like, all right. He hasn't looked at him for long. You know, I got pregnant right away. I got pregnant
That's
so
true.
right away. You
That's
know?
true. That's true.
Our first time, lights were off.
Wait.
Yeah, so it's like,
That's
fine.
so really, honestly, now that y'all are married, y'all didn't mess around before.
Yeah, we did. Like,
So
here
he
and there.
never saw your boobs.
No, not like that. No, never.
Oh, it was always with the lights off, or what?
No,
Or
we
just
never
over
had
clothes.
Yeah,
Wow.
so he never really got to see them, right? So
I guess you can't blame him. He only
Yeah,
saw them, he only
but
saw
I was
them, He saw them
pissed.
on your honeymoon.
yeah,
And then you got pregnant.
yeah, and I was like, I guess to his you know,
Experience.
yeah. He didn't have much experience how my nipples looked before, but I was like, what the heck, bro? Like, you don't say that. I know if my nipples were not like this, those negros and the size of the microphone.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That
I was just joking. They're not that big.
they're a little bit smaller.
But yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
I was like so offended, but now I think it's really funny.
Yeah. No,
But now
I
he
get
wants
it,
to
though.
like kiss them, and I'm like, no, bro, don't kiss on my nipples now. Like, don't be like trying to say, oh, you. I'm like, nah, you disrespected me.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
That reminded me of rolling with your tummy.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, because he'll do that, right? Like, jokingly. But it's just, as a husband, I mean, I feel like props to him, right? Because he knows what made me feel ugly at some point. I don't care now. Like, it's just, I don't be like, oh, yeah, I don't have, like, crazy stretch marks, you know? And I don't want to offend nobody.
It's
but
because you're so little. And it's
I still have stretch marks.
Yeah,
No, I have stretch marks, but they're not dark.
It's like your skin color kind of.
Before that, I never had stretch marks. So
Yeah.
to me, it was like, fuck these stretch marks. I don't care if it's it's creating my son, you know, but I don't want them. Like, and it's hard for me to believe.
Es como te digo, like, it's not my body, bro. Like, this is not how my
It's
body
like,
looks.
It's literally like it's Enna's body, just your brain. It's like your brain is renting her body, technically, right? That's how you feel. For me, it was not like that. I knew it was my body. I just wish, that's why I tell you, like, I wish that when I was pregnant, I would appreciate what my body did. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be me.
Yeah, because I feel like you're having a hard time appreciating what your body is doing. But it's just, whenever you're tired, it's okay because your body is just doing a freaking miracle.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Like right now you're sitting down, but your body's doing everything it has to do to keep this baby safe and help it grow. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was just funny. Like,
Yep.
But well, with that being said, guys, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we're super excited to be back.
Yes.
And hopefully stay tuned because maybe we'll be having some guests in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Bye.